Hello everybody, this is my new playthrough of the Temple of Elemental Evil. I did this a long time ago when I didn't really know what I was doing, and although I'm a lot better than I used to be, I'm still no expert, I admit that. I'll probably get some of the feats wrong. And this is the Temple Plus version of the game. It's a mod that's still in work in progress, and it aims to make the game much more stable on Windows 10 platforms, because the vanilla game is definitely not stable and does not like multi-core CPUs. So this mod aims to fix that and a lot of other bugs that even the famous Circle of 8 mod could not fix. And what else I'm going to be doing in this playthrough is I'm going to be playing as some unusual class mixes. So you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. I've already made the characters I'm going to use, and they will be members of a forum I frequent, dbzf.com, .co.uk, yeah, that's the one, .co.uk. Members I know quite well. I've asked them if they wanted to be players in this game, or characters in this game, and they said yeah. And they've requested some unorthodox characters, as you were just saying. And if this game crashes, it's because it's still in the alpha stage. The mod is still alpha. Getting onto beta, so it should become more stable very soon. Normal, Iron Man is pointless. Iron Man is a mod where you basically can't save the game. I don't understand why they included that. Anyway, which we're good. Fine. So we have a male half-orc sorcerer. That's what Darker wanted. We can have a look at his stats. Here. No, we can't. That's wrong. How do we look at his... here we go. Okay. So it'll probably be better to look... I can't look at his spells right now. He needs to memorise them. So we have 13 strength, 13 dexterity, 30 constitution, 12 intelligence, 12 wisdom, but we do maintain 16 charisma. We lose 2 intelligence and charisma because he's a half-orc. And that's what he wanted, so that's what he got. So let's add our half-orc. Oh, do you know what I've done? I've forgotten to make a cleric. I think some of these are cheated. I cheated on some of their stats just to test some things. Let's just check Fred. Is he a good cleric? He only has 16 wisdom and he's a cleric. He doesn't worship anyone. Worships null. Interesting. We do have a couple of good clerics. Gargan. He's as you can see, all 18s. I cheated there. I forgot to make a cleric earlier. I might make a cleric in a minute then, but hopefully it doesn't take too long. Got a druid. Could technically use a druid instead of a cleric, but it won't be the same. Anyway, we've got Magma Crater here. He's a male human monk. Probably the only sensible character somebody requested. Or they're saying they all worship null. That's a weird bug. He has 17 strength, 18 dexterity, constitution 15, intelligence 13, wisdom 16, charisma 14. I'm going to be completely honest, I cheated with this one. I rolled over 300 times and I could not get the stats I wanted. So I cheated a little bit and I manipulated the stats so that I could get them sort of decent-ish. Not perfect, they're not all 18s, but realistic, I suppose. So here's Magma Crater, the human monk. We got Mitas, the barbarian gnome. He's a barbarian gnome, that's what he wanted. Strength 16, dexterity 16. He does lose strength being a gnome. I think he loses dexterity as well. He gains constitution, surprisingly. I didn't know that about gnomes. They have +1, +2 constitution or something. 13 intelligence, 11 wisdom, 10 charisma. So we'll add him. He was surprisingly good. I think that one. There's my name. Hello. Okay, we've got a half-elf fighter. Yeah. Strength 18, Dexterity 19. Because half elves get extra dexterity. They're good rangers, really. Barely any constitution. I'm not really happy about that. But he's an elf. Intelligence 14, Wisdom 11, Charisma 11. And we have Tin Man, another half-orc. Half-orc wizard. So a half-orc sorcerer and a half-orc wizard. Really hilarious, right? Only 16 intelligence because he loses 2 for being half-orc and no charisma or anything. So we'll add him. I need my cleric. I don't have anyone who's good at talking. I'm going to need to make one. Unless I cheat and use my overpowered cleric. What about Fred? What's his charisma? His charisma is 16, his wisdom 6. We might make do with Fred. He doesn't have the best wisdom for a cleric, but he might have to make do. It saves me spending an hour making a new one. I mean, he's not terrible, is he? I mean, he's got 4 16s. And those were legitimate rolls, by the way. Otherwise, I wouldn't have given him just 12 intelligence. Alright, let's add Fred the cleric. He'll be our party spokesman, I think. I think that is it. Yes. I don't normally use 6 characters. This is a feature of the Temple Plus mod. It used to be only able to have 5 starting characters at maximum. Now they've had an extra 3 slots. And I will not be using NPCs. I love Elmo and I love Otis, but I'm not going to be using them. See how we do without them. Okay, let's begin, and fingers crossed no crashes. Fingers crossed no dying on the prologue. Let's begin. Ah yes, this is a feature of the Circle of 8 mod. Instead of just starting on the prologue, you start on a hub like this. And you can access this chest, get all the default starting equipment, and set the gold to default and auto-equip. Okay, but we're not done there, because... Oh, what I can also do is get a quick... don't think I can... No, I think that's because he's a sorcerer. Okay. Which one is my wizard? That was the no. That was the fighter, because he's an elf. That was my other half-orc, wasn't it? Okay. So he needs to memorise some spells. These ones are gold because I specialise in, like, elemental damage. So let's add... What should we add? Thinking read magic, but I can't. I can only add flare. Okay. Flare and ray frost. And this one here I can add in. I can add an extra magic missile, which will be more useful than burning hands, I suppose. Okay, so now I've done that. I don't like slings. I prefer to have a bow. So let's see if we can buy a bow from the weapons chest. This is not on the vanilla version of the game, by the way. You don't get this little area where you can buy weapons and stuff. I don't even know if I'm proficient with a longbow. I think I should be. If I'm not, then I'm going to waste 113 gold. Balls! That was a waste. I'm not proficient with a longbow, apparently. Let's try and sell that back and get a bit of money back. Okay, can I at least use a short bow? That would be sensible, is looking at simple weapon proficiency. There we go. Light mace, club, heavy mace, morningstar spear. Blah blah blah. Light crossbow. I can use a heavy crossbow. Well, that's alright. That's 1d10 damage. That's pretty decent. Oh, I hate the bloody... So I've already wasted 100 gold. So that's a good start. That's 75 gold. I need to buy some some bolts with it. I don't know how much 230 bolts would be. 34 gold apparently. We don't need that many, we need 100 I think. Okay, that's him sorted out. Let's just get rid of these stupid slinging pellets. The heavy crossbow just does more damage than a frigging light one, so I pick that. Tin Man already has a light crossbow. What's he proficient with? Again, heavy crossbow, light crossbow. I think I'll make do with a light crossbow for him. He's not going to be using it too much. The monk, I'm going to take off his staff for a minute. I'm going to keep flurry of blows here. He's better bare-fisted. Who's this guy? Barbarian. I don't like club, so I'm going to give him a long-reaching weapon. Pretty sure he should be able to use a glaive. There's 1d10, there's 2d4, so that's probably one of the better weapons. Long spear is also good. Let's buy a glaive for him that he can't use. Ah! Okay then. What can he use? He's got martial weapon proficiency, and it doesn't tell me what martial weapon proficiency is, and I should know this already. So that counts as exotic weapon proficiency apparently. So I'm just going to pick a long spear. I can't use a long spear. You are not proficient. It's too large. That's the problem there. I'm going to keep it and give it to someone else. I'm not going to sell it because someone else can make use of that. Because he's a gnome, he can't use long weapons like that. So I might have to use a short spear. It only does 1d6. Can you please tell me you can use a short spear? Okay, excellent. Thank you. Friggin' hell. I'm gonna drop the club because it's too heavy. You can't sell clubs apparently. I've wasted so much money not understanding what these characters even need. Fred is a cleric. I'm going to get him... Oh, I can give him... If I find my gnome, I can give him the long spear. That'd be good for him. And he can use that instead of a stupid mace. He's not very good with it right now, but... I could drop an armor class. I'm not going to. Who else we got? The fighter who uses a battle axe. I don't want to use a battle axe with a fighter. I wonder if he can use a glaive. I think he can use a glaive. Another good weapon is a great sword for a fighter, but glaive's cool too, so he's not proficient with that either. This item is too large. Oh, that was the wrong character. Okay. Where's my fighter? There. Okay. That's fine. I'm actually going to keep the battle axe in case I decide that the glaive sucks. Which it doesn't. You see, the reason I'm getting all these like spears and glaives and stuff is because reach is really, really useful in this game. If you hit an enemy with a reach weapon, they have to waste a turn walking towards you. And it's really good near endgame because sometimes, by that point, they have 2 or 3 extra attacks. So if they have to walk, it wastes one of their turns and they hit you less. Plus you can get really good attacks of opportunities with them as well. If they try and walk towards you without doing a 5-foot step, you can get an extra attack in. Very useful. Now, what else have we got? We need to buy some armour and I've barely got any money left. So, or do we need armour? See, I'm getting confused by these because you'd never normally use a half-orc sorcerer. Monk doesn't wear anything. Barbarians, hide armour is pretty decent. A fighter could do with some better brown leather armour. He can wear heavy armour. And so can the cleric. So I might see if I can get those two some heavy armour. So let's see. I think this is the one for... No, that's weapons. Okay. Which is the good armour chest. I think this chest here is just like hats and stuff. Completely useless. Don't want any of that. And some of this armour can get pretty expensive. I think chain shirt is probably the best value for money that you can get for your starting classes, level 1 characters. Hopefully I can afford 2 chain shirts. One for me and one for my cleric. Not enough money, okay. That's not good. I only make 2 gold for that. I still can't afford a second chain shirt. Well, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I could sell my axe, I suppose. Can I afford a chain shirt now? Nope. Does anybody have any garbage that I can sell? 4 silver pennies. And I can't sell my sling. Can't sell my farmer's garb. This is my fault. It's my fault. I wasted a lot of money. 1 gold penny. It's okay, it's okay. My cleric will have to do with leather for now. I'll just make sure he stays out of the action until he can get some really good stuff. So that should do for that. Oh yeah, and I want to rest to get some spells. So you rest 8 hours and then they learn all the spells. Oh, I didn't do my freaking cleric. Oh, dickhead. That's a... the default level 0 spells that they've memorised are absolutely pointless. Detect magic is useless. Minor wounds is useless. That does either 1 damage or 1 health back. It's rubbish. Most of these are rubbish. Guidance isn't bad. Resistance... Oh, saving throw, isn't it? Don't worry about that. So the only thing... Really, read magic's good there. Endure elements, no need for that at level 1. Detect undead, pointless. Bane, that's good. Let's have that. And magic weapon. And you look at this tab, which I didn't know existed for a long time. Enlargement's in here. So a cool thing with clerics, if I can remember that the one on the end is the cleric. You have the domain spell here. Oh, I'll have to rest a minute. I'm stupid. So now I've rested, I should have my spells memorised within again. So you see your normal spells there. If you push shift, you've got your healing spells. But that's because of the... What is it? It's the domains I've chosen, which are, I believe... I can't remember. I think it was Sun and Good or something. I'm sorry, I can't remember what specifically I picked. The ones that give you protection from evil and a large person at the start, basically. I wish I could remember what I picked for that. Anyway, wasted enough time waffling. You want to see some action now, right? Let's go see what this party can do. I'm so annoyed I wasted so much money. I should know by now what... Well, you see, normally a fighter like the known character I have would be able to carry that spear. Or whatever it is I picked. Because he's short, I didn't think. Okay. Yeah, I skipped the intros. It's not important. It's not. It's just there's some battle and the Zogtomoid loses. Oh, I need to change my formation. Formation. So we have... we don't want the half-orc wizard at the front, do we? We want him at the front. Back. That's my cleric. I still can't remember who's who. They're the casters, aren't they? This is a fighter, isn't it? That's a barbarian, yeah. Wait, did I make my gnome a barbarian? Ah, I'm sorry. Mitas, I meant to make you a... No, wait, you did want to be barbarian now. No. Then who's the fighter? So that's a fighter there, okay. Yeah, fighter. Let's put the barbarian gnome at the front. Yeah, that works. Let's just reshuffle.
You have seen too much.
Oh wow,
Prepare
okay,
to
he didn't
die.
Shall we use our magic missile on him?
Okay.
We don't need to use buffs, this guy dies quite quickly.
At once.
You see, the monk is pretty kick-ass if you make him correct. Okay, so that's good. Take his item and leave.
You arrive in
He doesn't have much,
bearer
he's got a
of
mace
terrible news for the current
and
priest of the church.
crappy armour. That's no different than the starting armour you get, really. I'll show you now, quickly. I don't know how long this has been. I'll probably stop here, because I did waffle on a bit. So who picked up the leather armour? He can't use that, he's a sorcerer. Monk can't use it either. And I think I bought... So that's AC2, and that's AC3, so that's no good for him. As you can see, it's not as good. What about him? He's got chain armour, so that's no good. What about my cleric? Is it better for him? It's about the same, I think. Weight 15, AC2. Max dex plus 6, yeah, armour check penalty, yeah. It's exactly the same, it's just a different style. This is brown leather, this is tan leather. Okay. And we also got a light crossbow and a mace. And the Canonesi Days brooch. And some boots and gloves. Okay, so that will conclude that. In the next part we will be fighting the spiders at the Dayklow Grove. They can be a challenge at level 1, I'll tell you that. And that will allow us to do all the little fetch quests for this next section. I'm very surprised that this party did not take any damage from that guy, because I'm going to be honest, it's atrocious. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit and me waffling on. The next part will be more fun, trust me.